Gentlemen and ladies, welcome to another episode here in the Fruitfully Honest podcast.
What's going on?
I am your host, Robert Jones, with my co-host,
Jack Caraselli.
and we are here to rock your world.
And we're here to debate.
Yes, this is the Fruitfully Honest Political Presidential Debate 2016. What we're going to be talking about is our policies if we were president of the United States.
And it's going to get juicy. Like a bad steak.
Like a really bad steak.
Isn't a good steak juicy?
Yeah.
We'll debate that too. Well,
Yeah.
no, we won't. But
We'll figure something out, Jack.
some of these things we're going to agree on. Some of these things we're not going to agree on. And then when we agree on them, we're just going to sort of talk about them for a bit.
Yes.
And obviously when we disagree, we're going to debate it. That's, yeah.
We are going to debate it.
We're going to debate it.
So, let's start with abortion.
Abortion?
I will allow it.
Yeah, I'm pro-choice. Originally, I had said before 4 months pro-choice. After that, there has to be a reason other than just eh. So
Here's what I'm going to do, Jack. Because I know I sound really good in this mic right now. I, Robert Jones, am going to charge you a tax for the rest of your life based on this abortion. Because if you are that irresponsible with your vagina or your penis, I'm going to charge you for it because you need to be more responsible. So I'm going to teach you your lesson so that you never do this again. Because every time you get an abortion, I will be there with the IRS.
I will be
And
there.
we are going to charge you penalties.
Well, see, the only flaw I see with that is because there's a lot of pregnancies that occur from rape. So what would your response be to that? Are you going to tax people who get an abortion who are raped?
Okay, Jack. Of course, there's a couple situations and a couple circumstances where I will not tax you. Like if you physically are in labor and you will die if you have this baby, so they need to abort it, I will not tax you. If you are raped, I will not tax you.
Good. That's
So,
good.
but if you claim that you are raped, you must give evidence. How does that sound?
Well, because sometimes, I don't know. I mean, sometimes the mics totally pick that up, but it's fine.
Yeah, we're going to stop after 2 minutes.
Yeah. So the only problem I see with that as well is sometimes there isn't evidence for rape. It goes away after a little bit.
That's why you need to tell someone no sooner it happens.
Yeah.
Because if you want justice, tell it no sooner it happens. Then you won't have to pay the tax.
I mean, I would just keep it as pro-choice. Nothing, no attachments, no taxes. Let's move on to voter rights.
Voter rights.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I have a system that I have made. I don't know what you did, but there are prerequisites to vote. None like you've ever seen, probably. You have to have a high school diploma. That's the first thing, or a GED, either one.
Okay.
There is a morality test. You take a test that's standardized for everyone. They give you situations, moral situations, moral tests. You have to get at least a 60% on that to be able to vote. Obviously, we don't want like Jeffrey Dahmer voting, right? So
I don't know who that is.
He's a serial killer.
Oh.
There is a political topics quiz. Not saying a quiz based on what you believe, but a quiz based on what you understand. So if you can explain foreign policy, let them know that you understand what you're voting for. You have to get at least a 50 on that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is that all you have for voter rights?
Right.
So mine is a little bit different than yours, Jack.
Okay.
What I have here is you have to have an IQ over 80. So that's going to automatically shrink it down to 20% of the society that can vote.
Right.
Because I don't want stupid people voting, okay? I only want smart people voting for who runs this country. So 80 IQ. Next, you have to be 25 or older to vote because I don't want any stupid millennial kids, stupid millennial douchebags to be able to vote because all these Bernie supporters out here, millennials think that everything's going to be free. Those are the people we don't need voting. So next, you're going to have at least 2 years military experience. So this will probably cut it down to less than 1% of the society voting. And you have to have no liberal arts major, so you have to have a good college degree. You have to have a college degree first off. Then you have to have no welfare or government subsidized money other than Social Security if you're an old person, or maybe healthcare if you can't afford it. So that's my voter rights. It's very hard, so it's very strict.
Yeah, I see that. You have a very specific audience you want to hit.
Yes, I want smart people to vote.
My only thing is like the military experience. I don't think that has to be in there.
I do, because it shows that you're actually dedicated to something, along with a college degree. So we'll disagree on that one, Jack.
Yep. Yeah. Because
why don't you think that should go there?
I don't think it should go there just because I think there are ways to show you're dedicated to your country and that you love your country other than being in the military. Really just being a Class A citizen shows that. If you're not committing crime, following the laws, doing everything right, I think that shows you love your country just as much as going to serve the country.
Interesting. So, Jack, what do you think about taxes?
Taxes. Let me see where I have my paper here. I did not write anything on taxes because I kind of like the current system apart from taxing corporations. I think they need to be cut down for not just corporations but businesses in general. I think if they do that, then they can open up space to actually grow.
Interesting. So, Jack, basically my tax plan is a 10% flat sales tax.
Oh wait,
so,
I did write taxes.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well,
keep explaining
10% sales tax on what you buy. So if you consume resources, you buy stuff, everything that you buy ever in your life, you pay 10% for it. And that's how we fund the small, reduced governmental spending.
I have a tax plan that's a little bit different. I have only taxing certain things. We're not going to tax water just because I don't believe in.
We're going to make water free, first of all.
We're going to make water free.
Yes.
And we're not going to tax.
I don't like free stuff, but we're going to make water free.
There you go.
There's some people in Flint, Michigan, and other places, and they need some free water right
Yep.
now.
I also put there's going to be a tax on oil because I don't like clean energy, or I do like clean energy. I don't like the fossil fuels and everything like that. I'm going to tax restaurants, not the business part, but when you pay, there's going to be a tax. I don't know, maybe 9.5% when you go to a restaurant, but there's not going to be taxes when you go to buy groceries.
You know, I think you ought to make that the fast food industry. I think you ought to make that tax for the people who buy that food like 30%. And the reason why is because the fast food is bad for people.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why I'm saying no tax on groceries. If you go out and you buy your own food with intent to cook or make for yourself, there's not going to be a tax on that.
That's cool.
Or there could be a flat 4% sales tax for groceries. We could also do that.
So, what do you think about gay marriage?
And discrimination completely. That's what
I really don't care. I think marriage is it's between a man and a woman. That's the way it was biologically intended. So I probably won't give you a marriage license because that's you're a man and a man. You're not a man and a woman. And I think marriage is between a man and a woman. But I think you should be able to, participate in activities with whoever you like.
I think too many times the gay marriage thing is sort of based upon a religious view or a biological view.
Well, biologic is fact. So it's logic, statistics.
But statistics, you can't just say random words.
It is. It's logic and statistics. It shows, okay, if you put 50 men and 50 women on the island, or 50 men and 50 more men, you put 100 men on the same island, and come back in 200 years, there will be nothing but monkeys.
Nothing but monkeys.
And other forest creatures.
Are you saying like they would die?
Yes, because where's the mating? What's going to happen? It's biologically proven that this doesn't work.
Well, I'm not saying we're not in that situation.
We aren't.
We're in an overpopulated society. If you are saying you would allow them to be together, I don't see the point in rejecting a marriage license, especially nowadays when marriage just doesn't mean the same as it used to. People are getting divorced at a higher rate than ever, if
Yes,
I'm
they
right.
are.
So
I think we should put a tax on
put a tax on divorce. No, but I don't think if you're going to allow them to be together, I say you allow them to get married and really truly have that relationship. Also, going back to tax, I want to legalize weed, marijuana,
Okay.
but
I'll get to that in part 2.
But I want to tax at 15%. But
Okay.
we will address that in the second part.
Gentlemen and ladies, stay tuned for part number 2.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Bitch.